Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's time to crack your wealth code. How are you all doing this morning? I trust we're all doing great. I trust we are Ready. Are you ready this morning? Are you ready this morning? I'm so sorry we're starting a little bit late. Had to make sure that everything was properly done and all. So let me know if you're in this morning. Let me know if you are in this morning. Come on, let's see you. Let's see you. Let's see you. Let's know that you are in this morning. Okay, let me just pop in so I can follow. Pop in so. Okay, I see you. Good morning. Let me know where you're streaming in from. I see you, Pastor Iswa. I see you, Adedoing. I see you, Blessing. I see you, Good Luck. I see you, Pastor Amara. I see you, Pastor JT. Jaden, come on, let me see if you're in. Let me see and where you streaming from. From Benin, from Sierra Leone, from Lagos, OP, Captain Elizabeth. I see you from Ekiti. You are welcome from Ikorodu. I see you from where else? Surulere, Lagos. I see you. Good morning from Gombe State. I see you from Ontario. I see you from Abeokuta, from Lagos. I see you from Ikorodu. I see you from University of Ibadan, FCPA. I see you from Wari, Rita. You're welcome. I see you from Durban, South Africa. I see you. All right, let's see. The first Manchester.
Maxie, come on. Come on. Come on, Max. Maxie, come on. Come on, Max. Maxie, come on, Max. Maxie. Okay, drink your water. Come, you want water? Water, Max.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me remove it from Bluetooth. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, you can. Can you hear me now? Mm. Okay, I think we have sorted that out right now. Okay, good morning. Let's get straight into business because um we don't have too much time. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. God bless. Thank you so much. Okay, we are back. Let's get straight into business this morning. Okay. And I just want to start with a word of prayer that the eyes of our understanding may be enlightened, that we may see, that we may know, that we our hearts may gain understanding this morning in the name of Jesus. So you are welcome to the Kingdom Business Summit. And today is the 30th of April, 2026. Like I said, I'm in the United Kingdom for Fresh Fire Camp meeting. So if you are in the United Kingdom or you know anyone in the United Kingdom, please ensure that they show up. It's this Friday, and this Friday is a public holiday. So nobody has an excuse all the way till Sunday morning. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. And at the same time, it's time to crack your wealth code, okay? Now, we've been talking about the compounding advantage, and this is the third part of the compounding advantage, and it's so mind-blowing. Like, it's so mind-blowing. I feel like I've cracked this wealth code. I kind of standing in between, the things that a lot of people don't know, the things that I never knew. And even when I started to earn income and I started to invest, I still didn't understand, I still didn't understand the principles of wealth creation. All right. And so today and through this series, I believe that your lives are going to change because I'm showing you, put it in your hands if you can understand this and if you can follow. And I'm just going to stay with it and stay with it and stay with it until, KBS is moving to once a month in a very short time. All right, because I have bigger plans for your finances. Okay, so I want to start by saying that if your financial intelligence is low, then money is going to be your boss. Money is going to run all over you. Money is going to be smarter than you. Money is going to dictate what you do with your life and how you live your life. If money is smarter than you will work for it all your life. But if you're going to master money, then you need to be smarter than it. I think the first thing you need to do is to understand that your identity has to change. Your mindset concerning money has to change. Your identity must change, right? Your identity must change. You've got to start seeing yourself like someone that understands money, someone that knows how money works, someone that can handle money, someone that can build wealth. You need to change your identity. You need to change your mindset. You need to change the way you see money. You need to reposition yourself. Like I always say, you've got to position yourself for financial independence. Growth is intentional. Growth is intentional. Financial education is not something you find by default. You just don't find it by default. You've got to be intentional about getting financial intelligence. You've got to be intentional about learning and about growing. I want you to make up your mind this morning and make a commitment to with me. I will learn. I commit to learning. It is our responsibility. A lot of people think, the only thing I have responsibility for is God, ministry, my family, but wealth is your responsibility. Meaning, if you don't build wealth, you will be seen to be irresponsible. Why do I say that with all sensitivity and all due respect? Why did I say if you don't build wealth, you will be seen to be irresponsible? What do I mean by that? Irresponsible by God. Because you see, impact is limited by our money. Impact, you can't make impact without money, right? You can't change the world without money. So you've got to see it as your civil responsibility, as your kingdom responsibility, as your family responsibility, right? We don't want our children living the life that we lived, or living the kind of life, the ignorance that we walked in, and the kind of things, the what we're paying for. Listen to me. We are paying for our irresponsibility to learn about money. Ignorance costs a lot. Ignorance is expensive. Our children will have to start hustling, jobbing, hustling, doing all of those things because they never got a leverage. The greatest leverage you can give our kids is a leverage of financial intelligence and a legacy of wealth so that they can really do what God wants them to do. They can follow their hearts and follow their dreams because they don't have money problem. And someone says, well, money problems are part of life. You tell that to the queen. You tell that to the king of England. You tell that to any president. Money problem is a problem. Do you understand? That we need to solve. And this is the time to solve it. This is the time. Yeah, I've been listening. I've been teaching on KBS for 5 years. This is the sixth year that I've been teaching every week, most weeks on KBS. And listen to me. This is the topping on the topping on the cake. This is the icing on the cake. This is the secret to cracking your wealth code. And you can start today. You can begin to learn. You can begin to, change your mindset, renew your mind, and tell yourself, I'm going to leave a legacy for the next generation. And it's not too late. It's not too late. If you're in your older years or whatever, you can still leave something for your grandchildren. You can leave a legacy for your grandchildren. You can get empowered, and you can get empowered today and begin to build the next generation. Be remembered for the legacy of changed lives and the legacy, be a good grandma, a good grandpa. Why? Because you're leaving your kids, your grandchildren with wealth. You're leaving them with mind wealth, right? The moment you make up your mind that it's time to grow, it's time to learn, right? And you decide, then financial knowledge will begin to gravitate towards you, right? It will begin to find you. Our minds are like a magnetic force field that attracts and draws the things that we desire and that we decide. So when you decide, I'm going to build wealth, I'm going to learn, then you begin to attract the things that you need to build wealth. You begin to attract opportunities. You begin to attract people. You begin to attract things and trainings and all of those things that will position you. Your money mindset is so powerful. Your money mindset is the invisible force that is shaping your financial life. Are you with me? That is shaping your financial life, whether you know it or not. Your money mindset is a force field that is shaping your financial life, that is determining what you do and what you don't do, whether you know it or not. Your financial mindset will determine how you earn, how you spend money, how you save if you save, how you invest, and even what you believe that you are worth, what you believe that you deserve, what you believe people should pay you. Do you understand? Your financial mindset is everything. Now, let me share a few quotes, about education and growth. About education and growth. Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Education, and when I say education, I'm not just talking about the four walls of the school system, which is a lie that the world has sold to us. Because I have a degree, I'm secure. No, a degree does not secure financial freedom. A degree can even give you a level of independence, but you are still actively working. As long as you're still actively working, you are still serving money, right? Until, please understand, you may be earning a lot of money in your active income, but you are still serving money, because if you don't work, you will not be paid. Now, wealth building is different. Wealth building talks about you making money work for you. And the only way you can do that is to have income generating assets, is to have investments. Do you understand? That is, while you're sleeping, while you're doing other things, money is working for you, right? Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Another says education is not just what you learn in school, it is how you train your mind to think. How you train your mind to think, to solve problems, and to create value. And lastly, growth should start at birth and never stop, because the moment you stop learning, you start losing, right? So let's go ahead and talk about compound advantage. You know, the amazing thing about growth is this: the moment you stop growing, you start dying. Now, you may not like, oh, just die physically, but you start gravitating towards death. You start losing brain cells. Are you with me? The moment you stop learning, you start losing, because you see, ignorant people, oh my God, don't realize what they're losing. Now, let's go. Compound advantage is a quiet force behind extraordinary results. Behind extraordinary results. It's not about one big breakthrough, it's about small but consistent actions that multiply over time until they become undeniable and unstoppable. This is a leverage that we have, right? This is a leverage that we have. That is, we are learning, we're growing, we are still alive. And if you're young in this place, come on, I want you to do something. Let me know you're here. I am young, right? You're young and vibrant. And even if you're no longer young, you're over 50, it's not too late. You're not dying tomorrow. You're not dying the next 10 years. You're not even going to die in the next 20 years. So you had better start now. Do you understand? At least start now, instead of saying, oh, it's too late. No, it's never too late. And of course, with good health, as you start to exercise and eat right, you can still live even longer. So I want you to understand that, every single day that we delay, we're losing time, we're losing steam. All right. So it's not about one big breakthrough, one financial breakthrough, one financial miracle. It's about what you do consistently over time. At its core, the compound interest is built on the principle, compound advantage is built on the principle of compound interest, where what you do today doesn't just add up, it multiplies, it explodes if you continue working on it. Is the idea that small disciplines repeated daily over time, over a long period of time, right, will create massive outcomes. Now, with consistency, if you now do it consistently, what happens? It becomes an unstoppable momentum. That's the way it is. Most people underestimate the power, how powerfully daily actions are, because results are invisible at first. It doesn't show. So you feel like, mm, mm, right? Listen, let me give you a simple illustration. I think I shared this last week, that if you improve just 1% every single day over 365 days, that's over a year, you don't just become slightly better, you become 37 times better. And can you imagine what that can do to your life? Listen, success is not an event, it's a system. Success is not an event, it's a whole system. It's an ecosystem. Are you with me? What you repeat, you become. What you repeat, you become. It's a system. It's not an event. Nobody suddenly becomes great. It's not an event, it's a system, right? What you repeat, you become. Please take note of that. What you repeat, you become. Your daily habits are right now designing your future. We all deserve the future we get because we created it, or we are creating it consciously, unconsciously, knowingly, unknowingly. If I audit your daily routine and I audit your habits, I audit your lifestyle on a daily basis, I can predict your future, right? It's honestly that simple. If I see how you're living your life, I can predict your future. It is that. Because you see, if you're living this way and praying this way, is your lifestyle, your habits, your systems. Those are the things that create the future that we desire. Listen, we don't fall to we don't rise to the level of our goals, our desires, and all of that. We fall to the level of our systems, the systems we put in place, and all of that. So that's what it is. Your daily routine is your strongest prophetic voice. It is constantly speaking and creating your future. Your daily routine is your strongest prophetic voice because you're constantly speaking into your future. You're constantly creating your future, right? And that's so powerful. Now, degrees do not guarantee wealth. Multiple masters do not guarantee wealth. Financial intelligence does. Someone says, well, if I'm earning like 10 million a day, if I'm earning like you know, $20,000 a month, then I am financially free. No, there's a difference between freedom and being independent. Now, I'm independent because I can afford the lifestyle I choose based on what I earn from my work. That is independence. But you see, the moment I stop working and I'm not financially intelligent enough to have invested, to have put money to work while I was working, right? What would happen? I would eventually, spend the money. If your money is not working and you stop working, after a while, you will spend the money and it will finish, right? It will finish. So financial intelligence is so powerful. Financial intelligence is what guarantees real wealth. If you're talking about building wealth. And the amazing thing is this: building wealth is not difficult. Trust me, building wealth is not difficult. Building wealth is just being intelligent and doing a lot with the little that you have. Anybody, everybody can build wealth if you will get financially intelligent. Unfortunately, people do not appreciate this fact. They just want money or give me a job. Just give me money. Give me a job. Don't teach me how to fish. Just give me the fish once and for all. Can't you see I'm really hungry? Just bring the fish. There's no point. But that's not the way it works. I can give you fish or I can teach you how to fish. If I give you fish today, tomorrow I will not continue to give you fish, right? So if I stop giving you fish, what happens? One day you're going to come and there's no fish. Then you're broke and that's it, right? But if I teach you how to fish, then you will go and start doing it by yourself, right? I talked about some questions. I asked some questions. I said, did you learn about finances, financial intelligence, wealth creation on campus in school when you were young, or are they teaching you right now? Right? Is it true? Do you currently invest money consistently? Not haphazardly, but as a culture. Do you constantly invest money as a culture? Right? And number three, if your money, if your income stops today, you're no more getting allowance from home, excuse me, or you're no more getting allowance from home, or you lose your job, or your business collapses, or whatever. How long could you survive? Those three powerful questions will reveal your current financial awareness level, how financially aware you are, right? Now, financial ignorance is expensive. Financial ignorance is expensive. It slowly but surely and massively costs people, things that they can't even begin to imagine. Being ignorant is costing us. Being ignorant is costing us. My desire is that somebody's going to get up from here, get inspired, and get on that journey. Like I said, my new book, The Compounding Advantage, please get it and tear it into pieces. Get it and master it. Crack your wealth code. Crack your wealth code. Get the bundle. Get the bundle. Get the bundle and sit down and start reading. Listen to me. Find your gold, mastering money. All of these are resources that are broken down financial awareness, financial education into simple terms and simple language that even a dummy can read and understand. You've got to if you're ready for change, then you've got to start from somewhere, and that place is get an education for your mind. Get an education for your mind. Get the compound advantage. Get it today. Start reading it. Let the eyes of your understanding be enlightened so that you can start today. My desire is that everybody that gets hold of that book, if you don't start, investing, if something doesn't shift inside of you, if you don't understand compound, and if you don't understand investing and compound interest, I bet you can't build wealth. Wealthy people are wealthy because they invest their resources. They invest their resources. Are you with me? They invest their resources. Please help me post that link again. And then post compound interest, and post the link to all my financial books. Start from there. Start from there. Right? Start from there. People are losing every single day because they don't know. Because they don't know. Because they don't know what they're losing, what they're missing out on. It's not because it's not available, it's because they have never experienced it. Wealth is available for everyone. But because most people have never experienced it, you don't even know it exists. So you say, oh, some people are wealthy, they are lucky. Now, luck, the word luck is a poor person's excuse for being broke. Simple. It's a mediocre man's excuse for being mediocre, right? It's a failure's excuse for failing. So throw out that word luck from your vocabulary, and let's get serious building the future that we desire. Now, because we have not yet experienced it does not mean it doesn't exist. It's like power, it's like electric power, electricity. It's in the air. But you see, until men harnessed the electricity, into usable form, it didn't exist to people in those days, in the olden days where there was no light, there was no, because nobody had harnessed the power of the invisible electric waves and turned it into usable form like we're enjoying right now. And that's the reason there's light, that's the reason there's internet, that's the reason we have computers, that's the reason we have all of these things. Okay, so like Wi-Fi, like the wind, like water, even the sun that we have in Nigeria is so powerful that I'm telling you, if our leaders would just do what they're supposed to do, you know what's going to happen? We won't even need all those power, whatever. We have enough light to power solars and power to make sure that everybody has enough, power to use, right? Oh, thank you, Futi. Crack Your Wealth Code book convinced me that wealth is available to everyone. We just don't know. That is so true. So please get the Crack Your Wealth Code bundle. Get it today. Get the compound advantage. Right? Now, the water is used to generate electricity. Wind is used to generate electricity. The sun is used to, I mean, like all these are just ways that God is saying to us, I'm giving you everything you need to get wealth. I've given you everything you need to get wealth. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not harness the things that God has made available. And so we continue to struggle, right? So all of these are powerful forces that make the society to function, but only if harnessed, even though we can't deny its power. Financial ignorance is costing us. It's costing us decades of lost compounding. It's costing us millions in missed investment opportunities. It's costing us opportunities for financial freedom. It's costing us opportunities to spend time with our loved ones. It's costing us opportunities to grow and to do what we really want to do, because we're tied down to jobs and tied down to things that that where we just, where we work for money. The shocking depth of financial ignorance is this: that poverty is not only the absence of money, but very often it is an absence of financial knowledge. Poverty is not only the absence of money, it is often the absence of financial knowledge. So if I ask you, are you broke? You can have millions in your bank account and you're still broke, because the real brokenness is not in how much you have in your bank account, it's how much or how your mind functions. Do you know? Are you empowered to make the right decisions? A person that has money in his bank account can lose it all in a little while. But the person that has financial education is building. Wealth takes time to build. Wealth takes time to build. So don't be in a hurry, and don't underestimate the power of the things you're learning and how you're investing time in learning and all of these things. The good news is that financial intelligence can be learned. It can be learned. The earlier you learn it, the more powerful the results become. And I want to show you something here. The earlier you learn it, the more powerful the results become. The greatest financial risk is not losing money in the market. The greatest financial risk is living a lifetime without understanding how money works. Living your entire life never knowing how money works, apart from you work, you earn, you pay bills, you save some, then after a while it rains, you take the money, you spend the money, but thank God at least I had some money saved up. I mean, what you hear when people say they are comfortable is that they have money saved up, but they don't understand the world of investing. They don't understand how wealthy people think. They don't understand all of these things. Listen to me. If young people truly understand this principle, my God, they would never see money the same way again. If young people understand these things I'm saying, financial knowledge, you see, this is why I created I created a financial community, financial ecosystem on the campuses for young people, because like I'm so crazy about this. I'm so crazy about this. I feel like I found gold in the midst of scarcity. I feel like I found the missing link. I feel like I found that thing that, that can change our economy, change Africa, change the world. I feel like I found that thing that can beat inflation and beat, do you understand? And beat the poverty in our world, right? I feel like I found that thing. And that thing is starting early. That thing is starting early and investing early. I see lots of young people that just believe in a lie. Oh, money is for older people. Money is what mommies and daddies worry about. When I'm that age, I'll start worrying about it. By that time, it's a bit late. Listen to me. What is compound interest? Let me just start from there. Compound interest is interest earned on your original money and on the interest that money has earned. That is, I'll give you example. It's like you thinking like the rich, right? And making your money work for you. It works and produces children, and then instead of touching those children, you leave the children to continue to work. It's like generational slavery. It's like putting money under bondage. It's like putting money in bondage and saying you and your generation and the children and grandchildren and great grandchildren, you are already covenanted to me to work for me, to make me and my children and generations after me wealthy. Do you understand? It's like having a pact with money to say you will work for me. Not only you, your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren will work for me to produce for me, right? To 1,000 generations and more. And this is like slave trade in a good sense. Just that money is a slave, and you turn money into your bond slave, and that's what money likes to do. Money wants to work for you. When the scripture says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing will be added to you. Well, how I see that is that we're not meant to pursue things. Things were created to pursue us. Things were created to pursue us. If only we would take the time to develop and harness the things that God has already made available. I mean, there's so much wealth everywhere. Come on, say there's wealth everywhere. There's money everywhere. Everywhere I turn, there's money. There are opportunities. Just that money does not come in naira, in dollars, in pounds. Money shows up as opportunities. Unfortunately, most people are not trained to see those opportunities. Most people are not trained. They're not financially aware enough to see that this is money. This is money. This is not money, right? So money doesn't flow down. God does not give you money. He says, I give you the power to get wealth. He doesn't like rain down money from dollars, pounds, yen, naira, all of those things. No, but money comes in ideas, in opportunities. And this is the gap between the rich and the poor. The rich are financially intelligent, so they're able to see. That's why the rich are always investing. Always investing. That's their language. I want to invest in this business. I want to invest in this business. I invested in this company because they know, they understand. And so what they do, the work that they do is to find where to invest their money. But because they started early, listen to me. Money loves to work. Money can work harder than you. You can never work harder than money. Money is wired to work for people, to make people wealthy. Once you understand, but listen, money also is deceptive. If you are ignorant, money will cheat you. Money will tell you I'm your boss. And it's a lie. Money is like the devil sometimes. The devil, if you're ignorant, the devil will walk all over you and tell you lies and tell you who you're not and give you a false identity so that you're afraid and you serve, you live in fear and servitude all your life. If you don't know that you are the boss of money, and it's not just knowing that you are the boss, you must know how to make money your slave, and it will obey you, it will serve you. If not, we will continue to serve money, right? People that say I'm a workaholic. No, that's not even a covenant word. I'm not a workaholic, right? I'm a workaholic in my dreams, in building things that God wants me to do, but I'm not a workaholic working for money. No, I'm not a workaholic because I can't beat money at work. So, in other words, you invest money, it grows. Talking about what is compound, how do you get compound interest? You invest money, it grows, and then that growth also starts growing, and then that growth continues to grow. It grows again and again and again. It is money making money, and then that money making more money. That is investment. That is compound interest. Let me give you a simple example. Let's break it down in simple terms. Let's imagine you invest 100,000 naira at 10% annual return. 100,000 at 10% annual return. Year one, you have 100,000. So what's 10% of 100? That's 10,000. So year one, 100,000 times 10% is 10,000, right? So the total is you now have 110. Year two, 10% is now calculated on the 110. It gives you 11,000. Total 121,000. Year three, 10% on 121 equals 12,100. Right? Total 133,100. Now listen to this. Did you notice something? The interest keeps on increasing, even though you didn't add more money. You only put in 100,000 and it kept on growing from 100,000 to 133,000 because the money is working by itself. This is compound interest at work. This is compound interest. Let me share with you the real secret when it comes to building wealth. It is called, can I hear you? Drum rolls. It is called what? What? Let me see people that have been following. It is called what? What is the real secret of compound interest? What is the real secret of compound interest? What is it? What is it? Time, peace. Thank you. It's time. Time. Oh God, Lord, help everybody understand this. It's time. It's time. The earlier you start, the less money you need to be wealthy. Every young person can be wealthy. Every young person under 25 can be wealthy. If you're in the university, oh my God, you can be well, as in 100%. 100%. That's why I said, listen, our young ones will never be broke again. Just get into Wealth IQ. Oh, we will train you. We will teach you all these things so that by the time the person is coming out of school, the person is earning, the person does not even need a job. Our children start getting married earlier because, the reason people don't get married on time a lot of times is no money. No money. They're still hustling. They want to hustle. But what if you come out of school, you're ready? You come out of school, you have assets. You come out of school, your head is correct. You come out of school, you already have everything set up. You're earning an income. You started a business. Do you understand? I'm telling you, life will be better. The earlier you start, the less money you need to invest. Let's give you an example of two friends. Friend A, give that friend a name, please. Friend A and friend B. So friend A, right, starts investing 50,000 annually at the age of 20. At the age of 20, 50,000 annually and stops at 30. Let's assume. So once you put your hand to the plow, don't look back. Never stop. Continue. Keep on increasing. Keep on scaling it. Keep on scaling it. Never stop investing. Never, because it's not even just about you. But let me show you. So a friend A starts investing 50,000 annually. Okay, Angel and Priscilla. Thank you. Thank you, Angel and Priscilla. Right. So Angel starts to invest 50,000 every month at the age of 20 and then stops at the age of 30. That's 10 years. She invested the total of 10 years. She invested 50,000 in at the, between 20 and 30. Now, how much is that? That comes to about 500,000 capital invested. Now let's go to okay. Let's go to Priscilla. Okay, this one give another name. Chuba, A, and Buba. Okay, all right, Chuba and Buba. So let's say Buba invest 50,000, the same 50,000 at the age of 30. Listen, watch this. At the age of 30 and continues until 50. That's 20 years. Right? Total invested is 1 million. Please just follow me. Chuba or what do you call it? Or Angel, right? Invested 50,000 for 10 years, but started at 20, ended at 30. When she stopped investing, Buba took it up and started at 30 and invested till 50, the same amount. At the end of the day, Buba invested 1 million capital in 20 years, but Chuba invested 500 in 10 years. Guess what? Chuba will still end up richer because her own money continues to work, even though she has stopped, and had 10 extra years to compound. This is why compound interest favors the young. Listen, I'll give you another example. If a 22-year-old or a 20-year-old starts investing 20,000 per month, every month, in an investment that gives you annual returns of only 12% per annum, in 20 years, by the time Chuba is 40, at 12%, that is, you're not investing in anything that is volatile, right? Funds and stuff, 12%. By the time she's 40 or he is 40, Chuba would have about 20 million, 19.8 million, would have 20 million to his or her name. Are you with me? Now that time is the real deal. And that's why young people have an unfair advantage that they're not taking. Oh my God. Unfair advantage they're not taking. If you're in your teens or 20s, or you have kids or grandkids in their teens or 20s, they possess something that billionaires can never buy. And that thing is called time, right? When you start early, you invest smaller amounts. You don't need to have a lot of money. You invest smaller amounts. Well, you're able to learn and start taking calculated risks. You can easily recover from mistakes that you make. You benefit, most importantly, from decades of compounding. Money working for you, money working, producing money that works, produces money that works, produces money that works. And after a while, it becomes, really crazy. This is why Warren Buffett made most of his wealth after age 50, because of decades of compounding. It is said that people in your 50s is your report card. In your 50s, your report card. How your financial acumen, what you did before then. Because life itself is compounding. Life itself is compounding. So really, there's no hurry. Just keep on moving. Be the tortoise. Remember the tortoise and the hare. Be the tortoise. Be consistent. It's okay. Let people fly. Let people make, like fire out of a pan. But you build consistently. Little here, little there. But keep on moving every month. Keep on moving every month. It's not showing 10 years. You're still driving the old car, but you keep on moving. You know why? It was said that Warren Buffett drove his old car for many years, and he's even still living in his old house that he has always lived in the city he has always lived in. Do you understand? His real wealth did not come until after the age of 50 because of decades of compounding. It's not how fast, it's how well, how thorough, how intentional you are. That is it. If you have a child, a brother, a nephew, a niece, whatever, let them join Wealth IQ. Right now, we're not even accepting people right now. It is somewhat, it's kind of because they're going through some special training right now. After that, I think in the month of what? June or so, in the month of June, they can, people can come in. But for now, they're going through intense and thorough training. Intense and thorough training right now. Intense and thorough training right now that will, Africa has not seen these young people. I'm raising an army. I'm raising an army, a financial army that will change the face of Africa and raise, real builders. We're raising kingdom leaders. We're raising young rich rulers. Mission and money go hand in hand. When you have an army that is spiritually ready and militant and trained, and you have those same people that are financially trained. Hey. The devil is in trouble. That's what I can say. We are unstoppable. So join that army. Join that army. Join that army. And women, get ready. Something also. Women and youth, I'm passionate about you. I'm passionate about you because nobody's looking out for you. The government is not looking out for you. The society is not looking out for you. The church is not looking out for you. And when I say the church, I don't mean the church like, I'm just talking about the body. Do you understand? They're not looking out for you. But I will. I'm looking out for you. No woman will be broke around me again. No young person, if you are ready to learn, if you are ready to, I wrote a book, The Art of Followership. It's like everything is compounding. A person that cannot follow, a person that doesn't understand the power of mentorship will suffer in life, because you will just suffer in life. If you're not taught compound interest, how will you know it? How will you even be aware of it? There are so many things that we must be taught these things. The Ethiopian eunuch said, how will I know when Philip was transported? God had to transport Philip supernaturally through Philippian air to meet up with the eunuch that was a hungry and humble man, But he didn't have knowledge. Even God could not teach the eunuch. Do you realize that? Let me hear from you. If God could have taught the eunuch, then why did he transport Philip supernaturally? And that was probably the only time we ever saw that. Why would he transport Philip supernaturally to go and explain things? Why do we get to preach? If God can bring about his salvation plan, with men, without men, why would God require us to go preach the gospel to the unsaved? When it comes to wealth too, there are things that the eunuch said, how can I know these things? I have no man to teach me. I have no man to teach me. There are many secrets to life in the heart of people around you. If you don't know how to follow, if you don't know how to recognize the grace of God that God has sent to you, you will struggle so badly in life. I believe that people that are broke, with all due respect, please understand, I'm just passionate about this, but it's the truth. It's either they're ignorant or they're proud. It's that they're ignorant and blind or they're proud. And we all have been there. I've been there. I've been there. I wrote a letter. Let me find that letter. It's in the book. It's in the Crack Your Wealth Code book. There's the Gen Z. If you're on campus, you can get it, Crack Your Wealth Code. And if you're not on campus, you can get the classic version of it. But let me look for that letter in that book. Oh, where are you? That I wrote to my 22-year-old self. If I had to write to my 22-year-old self, what would I say? Just a second. What would I say to her? Just a second. Where are you? I just need to read it to you. I need to read it to you. Oh, I can't seem to find it quickly. I can't seem to find it quickly. And I just saw it. Okay, I got it. I got it. So a letter to my 22-year-old self. A letter to my 22. No, it's in the Compound Advantage. Yeah, it's in the Compound Advantage. It's in my new book. It's in my new book. So get it, get it, get it. Get it, right? So a letter to my 22-year-old self. Dear 22-year-old me, you think you have time. You think 30 is far away. You think 40 is another lifetime. You think you can figure money out later. You are wrong. Not because you're foolish, but because no one taught you how powerful your early years are. No one told you that these are your formative years, the foundation that you're building for your future. No one taught you about the universal law of seed time and harvest. You did not understand the impact of your choices and your decisions on your future. Whether you're intentional or not, you're already building a foundation. You will either build up a bungalow type of life or an edifice life on the quality of your salvation. If I could sit across from you today, I would not tell you to work harder. I would tell you to start earlier. If I could sit across from you today, so if you're young, I'm sitting across from you today, I would not tell you to work harder. I would tell you to start earlier. I would tell you that 20,000 invested consistently is more powerful than 200,000 invested occasionally. I would tell you that discipline is more important than excitement. I would tell you that wealth is is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in quiet, consistent decisions no one applauds. I will tell you to invest heavily in knowledge and the right community because it is everything. I will tell you to respect time and protect momentum. I will tell you to never interrupt compounding unnecessarily. I will tell you that one day you will understand that money lost can be rebuilt, but years lost can never be recovered. And I would whisper this one truth into your heart: start now. Start now. Start now. Not when you earn more, not when the economy is more stable, not when you feel ready, not when your friends approve, not when you get married, not when you get a better job, but right now. Because one day you will either thank yourself or wish you had listened. And since I can't go back and speak to my 22-year-old self, I am speaking to you now. Start now. I mean, that is so touching. That is so touching. That is so touching, isn't it? That is so. So if you're young here, listen, 30 is getting old, it's getting too late. 25 is getting late. Start now, especially if you're young. Now, if you're over that, if you're over 30, over 40, and maybe even over 50, it's still not late. It's not too late. We can't get back. We can Please get this book, especially if you're young. Every young person is CIM. Every young person is CIM, the campus invasion movement. Get that book first. Get that book first and read it. Get that book first and read it. If you have a young person, you have a nephew, a niece, you have whatever, you have a friend, you have a child, get that book. If you are older, get that book. If you're 50, get that book because you learn the principles and just use it. It's not about the age now. Even if you're in your 40s, you're in your 30s, start now. Get that book, learn it, read it, start now. Apply the principle. That's the power of followership. When you see someone, a mentor, saying something with so much passion, saying, I wrote something down that will change your life, and you don't get it, I don't know how to help you again. I really don't know how to. Get it. Get it. Get it. Skip a meal. Skip 2 meals if you must. But get it. It will change your life. We're talking about knowledge. We're talking about education. Invest heavily in your education. Invest heavily in your mindset. That is getting too old because you have lost time. Time. Time that you can't recover. Time that you can't recover. The earlier you start, the less money you need. Young people don't have money, but they have time. So the little money you have is enough. God is so wise that everybody can be wealthy, but human beings think they're wiser, or we're so ignorant that we just, all we think about is go to school, come out of school, get a job, and then perhaps we pray for the rest of it. Perhaps we're going to make it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I want you to lift up your right hand and say after me, I respect time. I start early. I invest consistently. My money grows while I sleep. I build generational wealth through discipline and compound growth. And we need to stop here today. Wow. And I've not even really gotten in. We need to stop here today. But has it been a good day? Has it been a good day? Has it been a good day? Have you learned something today? Start now. Don't procrastinate. Don't postpone. Start now. Have you learned something today? Start now. Right? Somebody said, where do I start? Where do I start? Get when you don't when you come into the what do you call it? The community. When you get into the community, you can start. Look for basic investments. If you don't know, don't bother with stocks if you don't know, right? Even though you can invest in stocks and just keep on every month, keep putting money, download your app, keep on putting money and all of that. Next week, I'm going to give you more. Next week, I'm going to tell you more. Next week, I'm going to tell you more on what to do. Look for mutual funds, right? Anywhere in the anywhere you live, there are mutual funds that that can give you at least about 12%, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, but just start every month, every month, every month. Tell yourself, what's the percentage? How much are you going to be investing? And as you grow, as you expand, keep on increasing it, keep on increasing it. I'm telling you, you can never be broke. You can never be broke. You can never be broke. Money is going to work for you. Make money start working for you immediately today. Next, we're going to talk about the 3 stages of compound growth, and we're going to look at other things, the millionaire math. We're going to look at other things that will change your lives, okay? But for today, we've got to stop. Have you learned something today? Has it been worth your time? Has it been worth your time? When young people understand this, or even older people, when people understand this, now you're going to be more careful about how you spend your money. Your whole approach to money, how you see money will be different. The purpose of money is not to spend it. The purpose of money is to invest it. The real purpose of money is not to pay bills. The real purpose of money is to create wealth so that that wealth will pay for the bills and will keep on working for you. The real purpose of money is to, harness money like a horse so that it obeys you. It starts to work for you. It starts to produce money for you so that you are not living off your sweat. You are living off the sweat of your money. Money is a better worker than you. Let's take this declaration quickly together. Let's take this declaration. Come on, say, I stand in alignment with divine wisdom and financial intelligence. I understand the mystery of seed time and harvest, and I walk in the power of multiplication. Every resource that enters my hands is not just income, it is a seed with a future. I refuse to waste what can multiply. I steward my finances with discipline, clarity, and purpose. The law of compound interest is working for me daily. My money is growing and increasing and multiplying quietly, steadily, and powerfully. I do not depend on sudden miracles alone. I build systems that produce consistent increase. Small investments are becoming great wealth. Wise decisions are creating exponential returns. Time is working in my favor, not against me. I break free from the cycle of consumption without creation. Come on, say, I break free from the cycle of consumption without creation. I reject financial ignorance and I embrace financial mastery. I'm a builder of wealth, not just an earner of income. I think long term. I act with discipline. I grow with consistency. My wealth is compounding. My influence is expanding. My legacy is being established. I raise systems that multiply money. Come on, are you still with me? I raise systems that multiply money. I raise people who understand value. I build structures that outlive me. I raise from today, my money will no longer sit idle. Come on, say, my money will no longer sit idle. It will work for me. My habits will no longer be random. They will be strategic. My future will no longer be uncertain. It will be intentionally built. I step into a new dimension of wealth consciousness. I walk in increase, multiplication, and overflow. In wisdom, I build. Through discipline, I multiply. By consistency, I become unstoppable. My wealth is compounding daily, relentlessly, and without limit. This is what I believe, and this is my story. Come on, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself for showing up today. Celebrate yourself for showing up today. Celebrate yourself for showing up today. It's been an amazing time hanging out with you all, and I look forward to to seeing you all again next week Wednesday. And for those in the United Kingdom, I look forward to seeing you this weekend, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. It's gonna be an amazing, amazing, amazing time. And don't forget this Sunday, a baby become a better you that happens every first Saturday of the month is not going to happen this Saturday because I'm going to be in the camp meeting. However, I'm going to make it happen on Sunday. And what are we doing this Sunday? We're talking about you can't even afford to miss it. Like you can't afford to miss it. If you have not yet registered for Become a Better You, oh my God. It's like my avatar in different forms. We're going to be talking about becoming an influential speaker. People that know how to speak and move mountains, speak and move nations, speak and build things. Every leader in this world that has shaped the world, that has changed the world, every thought leader has been a great speaker. You can have great ideas, but if your ideas, you can't communicate your ideas, you can't make anything out of it. If you can't communicate, your brilliant ideas, then you're going to be limited. Your voice will be silenced. You will not, you will not know what you're losing as well. Are you with me? So join me this Sunday at 8 p.m. West African time, and let's change this. To speak is common. To speak with authority is rare. To speak with influence is powerful, but to speak with impact is transformational. And that is it. Communication is not just talking. It is the expression of conviction, clarity, and presence that determines how those words are received and acted upon. You don't know what is limiting you. And that's why you've got to be on the learning curve. You don't know what's limiting you. Perhaps it's that you're not able to communicate. Opportunities that should be yours, leadership that should be yours. All of these things are eluding us all the time simply because we don't know how to communicate our beautiful, great, world-changing ideas for people to buy into it. So join me. This is my forte. This is my avatar. This is what I love to do. This is what I've studied and I've learned. This is what I've practiced. And this is what is working in my life. This is what is working for me. So meet me dare to meet me in the classroom on Sunday by 8 p.m. West African time. That's 3 p.m. EST. So, whatever you need to do, make sure you are there. All right. The link will be posted again on the group and everywhere. So please register and wait in the classroom. I will be there on Sunday night, right after the camp meeting. I look forward to seeing you all there. Those who are not in the United Kingdom, at least on that day, you get a token of what happened at the camp meeting. And you can follow us as well. And, just stay in touch. Okay. Stay connected. I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye. And start investing.